So if you didn't know, the belly of a crocodile in the real world is significantly weaker than its armored backside, as the scales on the belly are significantly softer than the scales on the back. Keeping that in mind, isn't it interesting that the first Logia in the series to have a confirmed and exploitable weakness is a guy named Crocodile? Said weakness, ironically, is being weak to water because the sand fruit quite uniquely turns the user completely solid when they are wet. Therefore, they can no longer turn into loose sand to avoid attacks. This is very interesting because it's based off of the real world logic that once sand is wet, it clumps together and therefore is more solid. It's no longer loose. So I just find that very interesting within itself. But with that being said, I think that's a very genius way to name a character, because like a crocodile, the character might seem scary, but once you flip them over and expose their weakness, they become very easy to deal with. Well, as easy as one can deal with a ravenous animal. Also, this is a very interesting point as well, which it's kind of funny the more I think about it. Okay, so when crocodiles are attacking something, they go into what is called a death roll, which is a maneuver in which they try to tear off chunks from their prey, right? Crocodile, for the most part, attacks in cyclones. So he attacks in things that are spinning, much like how a crocodile or an alligator will spin to tear off chunks from their prey. So that I find interesting too. And that's a very weird connection, I admit, but it's very valid because that's the majority of his moveset. If not that, he's making curved blades from sand and or attacking with a curved hook. So a lot of curves and spinning are involved in his moveset is what I'm trying to say, which is interesting. But to continue, also, bonus point. It's very funny, too, that during the scene in which the crew are trapped in the basement of rain dinners and Sanji frees them, he kicks a banana-wana, a giant banana-headed crocodile, in the gut. So I just find that funny. But anyway, give me your thoughts and tell your friends about Polypede. What?